Whenever I get a chance to try an Indian indie game, I go in a little guarded way because it has nothing to do with the price tag. It's more about the gameplay itself. If the gameplay holds up, everything is fine, but if it is not, then I know some people that take it personally when a reviewer points out some mistakes. Still, this particular thing matters more than comfort, so here's exactly what I experienced while playing the demo of Dodo Duckie. The game is scheduled to launch on 23rd July 2026, and the developers put out a demo quite some time before that release window. Looking at the genre, Dodo Duckie sits in a cozy and relaxing territory, though it does carry adventure and puzzle platformer elements too. What really grabbed my attention though was the shift between 2D and 3D perspectives. At one point in the story, the main character receives a cap from the NPC, and that's when the things get interesting. The cap hold a lot of new layer in this particular game by letting you toggle between 2D to 3D, and this particular 3D view actually becomes useful for solving several puzzles. That said, quite a few of the game's feature feels restricted whenever you are in this particular 3D mode, and you can jump back to 2D mode as well any point of time with a simple button press, of course. The story kicks off with a calm, ordinary day on the farm, right up until a massive alien beam sweeps in and abducts the main character's chicken family into the sky. Armed with nothing more than this riddle, his determination, that special cap, Dodo sets off into a glitched dimension to rescue them. In terms of difficulty, the game isn't particularly demanding, though certain puzzles will genuinely test your patience. For the most part, progress depends on hitting a specific target before you can move to the next biome or chapter, whichever way you want to look at it. I don't know yet how many chapters the full game will have, but in the demo I had to track down 3 golden eggs before I could clear the chapter. Judging by the Steam page, it looks like the player can expect a good variety of biomes, each with its own distinct look, of course. Now about the main character, he's essentially just a duck with no hands or anything to grab onto, so his moveset is limited to jumping, double jumping, and a bit of gliding or flying, which I believe after playing the demo, which is fairly restrained for now on and will likely expand once the full game releases. Oddly though, the demo holds Dodo some pretty exaggerated parkour abilities like climbing up between 2 parallel walls without holding on to anything at all because he doesn't have any hands, right? That part didn't feel believable to me at all. There are quite a few NPCs scattered throughout, and every conversation with them plays out as an on-screen text that you have to read yourself. Once a dialogue starts, you mostly cannot skip through it. I enjoyed my time with the demo, and it took me around 20 to 25 minutes to finish and to understand where to go and where not. There are some performance hiccups obviously, particularly during the jumps while switching to 2D to 3D perspective, and these are the things kind of issue that typically get solved with a future update. Along the way, you will end up collecting large number of coins, and honestly this feels like more like a filler in the content than the actual puzzle mechanic game require. I was hoping for something a little more creative, simply stuffing empty spaces with gold coins. That make no sense. On a brighter note, the demo also introduces a photo mode with a solid number of customization option to play around, but again, the environment I'm seeing, it's not at all photo worthy at the same point of time. So like with those particular options, you need to make some good environment to start with. Now taking everything into account, this was an interesting demo. The art style still needs some polishing, and since the demo is built on Unreal Engine, I believe there's a good chance the environment will keep evolving as development continues. So does the game look good? A bit, yes, but there's clearly a lot of room to grow in terms of graphics and animation animation, the sound design, the background music are solid. One thing missing is voice acting, and though even some simple quack sound for Dodo would have been a nice touch. From what I understand, a team of 25 people put this game together over roughly 2 years, though I cannot confirm these numbers with complete certainty since the game director didn't get me back in time. Overall, it's genuinely encouraging to see a small Indian indie studio land a publishing deal. This time around, Solo Game is stepping in as a publisher for Born Monkey, and there are already plans to bring the game to Xbox alongside its Steam release. So thank you for watching.